This is Beyond, and here is another Pro Dota commentary. It's been a minute since I brought you one, but today we are back, and with me is my good friend FriedRiceFrog, aka Beyonddoglike. He just had his birthday, so wish him all a happy birthday. He can now finally drink legally. He can. He was
Yay!
not. He was old enough to die for his country, but he could not drink legally. But now he can, so it's all good. So
Well, if
yeah,
you mean China, I could have drank 21 years ago, so yeah.
pretty much. Anyway, so how was your birthday, dude?
It was good. I sat at home and I did a paper.
What an
Um,
exciting life you lead.
and then today, paper was due today, and I missed the class the paper was for, so it was a good birthday overall, and a good Monday. Yeah.
Yes, very strong time management from this Asian kid. Anyway, so looking at the Scourge team, we have a happy birthday on the Scourge team. Just a shout out to you.
Hooray!
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 So
That's
this is
it's
from
not.
the
It's
Techlabs Cup, featuring prominent Eastern European teams like M5 and Navi, but we are not talking about either of those teams today. We are talking about HT on the Scourge and Amsi on the Sentinel. So this is an AP remake, so I guess even though this is the land, there was probably some disconnect issues or something of
PP.
that sort. Or PP, right. So on the Scourge, we have McDeath, formerly of the Retry, but since PGG moved over to Moscow 5, he's going to be leading the HT team. Do you know what HT stands for?
I think it's Hard Team, which is a really odd name, and we're just gonna leave it at that.
Yes, they get very hard while they're playing Dota. Anyway, why'd you say that? Why'd you bring that up? Anyway,
I don't know. You
back to
told
the
me to.
game. We have Defender, Ancient Apparition, Dubus 228 on the Crystal main, Andrew SP RW on the Windrunner, and Happy Birthday on the Broodmother. So,
He's gonna feed. I guarantee it. Just 'cause his name's Happy Birthday.
right. He's just
That's
trying
my
to
birthday.
pay a tribute to you, who always feeds in any game,
Oh, okay.
as you have seen from our pubtastic ventures, where I totally do not feed ever, and I just dominate.
Exactly. I never carry him or anything.
No, no,
Ever.
never.
No.
It's not like it's not on
Ah.
YouTube or anything. Anyway, on the Sentinel team, we have Always Wanna Be Fly. I like that name on the Beastmaster. Popret on the Magina anti-mage. Matrika Inside on the Visage. Amsi Bog Lenya on the Weaver. And MES hyphen on the Vengeful Spirit. So just judging from the lineups, who do you think has a good advantage in this game?
Well, Sentinel got the two, really strong carries in this version. Not Weaver, but anti-mage is the, I think, the carry of choice nowadays. He's always banned and shit, and he's really good. So, I'd say they have the stronger lineup in terms of late game, but the HC team definitely has a stronger mid game lineup. I think, especially, or they have a stronger like sort of aggressive pushing lineup.
Yeah. So I definitely agree with you there. Although it's not really so much as generic pushing as a lot of summons, even though they do have a Broodmother, they have a lot of strong mid-game heroes. Slaughter, I think his peak is reached in mid-game.
Yeah, I think he's one of the strongest mid game heroes
Yes, and I'm
in the
actually pretty
game.
happy to see him play because I always thought he's a very solid all-around good hero, but since there are so many imbalanced heroes, in my opinion, that
Right.
he's never picked. So it's good to see that he's making a
It's also
resurgence.
interesting to see Visage. I haven't seen him in a game in fucking forever, so.
Yeah,
Um,
the tri-lane era has kind of passed away and favoring dual lanes. But
well,
with the
yeah,
Visage
favoring
pick, you can
jungle.
probably see that he's going to try with the Venge and the Anti-Mage.
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah.
So just a little bit more on the Sentinel team. I really like how their team is constructed. I mean, they don't have too many strong anti-push, so they might be a little bit weak there. They only really have the Axes and the Swarm and the Terror, which is not very strong at anti-pushing. But they have so much map vision. They have the birds to keep them sight. They have the Hawk, they have the Terror, they have the Swarm. All ridiculously long cast ranges can allow them to keep sight on anybody on the map and know when the anti-mage is getting ganked. And with the blink and with all of this map vision, anti-mage should never get ganked unless he puts himself into a bad position.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Map vision is still one of the most important things in Dota. So I think I agree. I wasn't paying attention to that, but it's a really good point.
Yeah, I know. I'm just a brilliant person. Anyway,
That's not what I said at all.
so I guess what this also is very interesting because the Anti-Mage and the Weaver have been seeing a lot of games together on the same team recently. So usually they rely on the Weaver to not farm for the range, but just go for a little bit of tanky and then just dominate the mid game
Just
with the tank
damage,
build.
yeah. Kind
Swarm
of like
Shikuchi.
just an annoying bug rather than a
Yes.
carry. I think this is what people have been playing it as.
Yeah, and with we are providing such a constant harassment, it'll really pressure down the Scourge team to not gank the anti-mage, and once anti-mage gets farmed, you're pretty much fucked.
Yeah, I think it's a really smart play to having both of them the same team because they are both of those heroes require a lot of devotion to gank them because they're easy to escape. So to have both of them, it's just really hard to keep both of them down at the same time. So one of them is always going to get to farm. Is my point.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good point. So, Sentinel has a pretty strong late game, mid game lineup, but like I said earlier, they don't really have much in anti pushing, and they're facing against a Broodmother with an Ancient Apparition on their team, so expect to see a lot of early towers and a quick blink dagger for this Slardar. And, it's going to depend, the burden's on Scourge because, when you pick a Broodmother and a Crystal Main and a Slardar, you're going to have to win the mid game or it's not going to look too pretty for you in the late game.
Yep,
So are you ready to unpause?
I am, sir.
Alright, unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. So, any predictions
Okay.
on the lanes?
Well, looks like Windrunner is going bottom to support. Yeah, that's wait.
Yeah, it looks like a dual lane of Windrunner Slaughter, which is, dual lanes. I just said dual lanes.
Dual red.
Anyway, dual lanes have
Judging
been
from the items,
making...
he's going to go mid though, because I think AA bought the chicken, so I think Windrunner's going to go mid, and then AA Crystal Maiden Starter, which is a beastly lane in its own right. So the problem they have is against the anti-mage who can blink out right away, but these other two supports, Venge and Visage, can be turned into food pretty easily, I think. So it'll be interesting to see how they play with each other.
Right.
The other lanes are just going to be farm fests, in my opinion. So
Yeah,
we'll watch this.
a little bit of early game harassment on the Visage, but usually when you're playing against an anti-mage, the Windrunner usually tries to go against the anti-mage because Windrunner actually lanes pretty well, with the Windrun, and if you position a very good Shackle Shot, that's one of the few skills that can actually hold anti-mage in place for a prolonged duration of time. So, it's an interesting choice to see him solo the mid lane against the Beastmaster, but, trying to eliminate some of the map control, I guess. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I think Windrun's pretty good against Beastmaster too, because I always see Beastmasters get shackled to their pig and shit. So yeah, it's just funny. That
Animal
was
cruelty, anyway. So, looks like Sauter picked up the two gauntlets, looking like he's going to go for an early Urn. Urn is such a really strong pushing item because once you get a kill, you can immediately heal up and push towers, but looks like we just have some standard wards. I can't actually see the other ward. Oh, there is one ward by HT, seeing the pulse spot. Does that block the pulse spot, do you know?
Yeah, it's if it's seeing the pulse spot, it will block it.
Okay, and they also blocked, the rune spot, and they have a sentry ward to ward off the magic bush.
Yeah, so a lot of wards going on. Oh, that's a sentinel ward.
Oh, okay. So,
Sentinel center.
Broodmother versus Weaver. Broodmother should probably win this game lane because, Weaver can't really kill spiders too effectively. Of course, they can Shikuchi, but other than that, there's not too much. And meanwhile, Sarter is already beasting up on the anti-mage. So this is what Scourge has to do because no matter how many times you gank the anti-mage, he is going to get farmed just because he's so annoying to deal with. But keeping him down early is a really important step.
Definitely.
And it looks like Beastmaster's actually...
sorry, go ahead.
Beastmaster's actually controlling the lane quite well against Windrunner. Already at, half HP. Got 3 creep kills.
The thing about both these heroes is they need their levels really quickly to be able to control each other. Because the power shot leveled up is really strong. But so are the axes. So I think it's pretty even in mid, actually.
Yeah, and, this is actually sort of surprised. Like, I just realized that it's a fucking tri-lane versus a tri-lane. And when was the last time you saw one of these?
I don't know. It's been a while.
It's been at least like 4 or 5 months, maybe. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not really too sure to call who was going to win this tri-lane. I mean, there are 3 stuns on the Scourge lane, but the Sentinel lane does have a Visage, who is the king of tri-lanes.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think just having the Visage alone, even though they only really have 1 stun, I'm not too sure how to call this. I think, you know, the range advantage will let the Scourge win this tri-lane.
Yeah, I agree. Also, they have the AoE stun from Slaughter, which is just better.
Right, but, you know, Visage can just turn... If Visage gets killed, he's gonna... The tri-lane's pretty much lost for the Scourge.
They're going really aggressive, and am I gonna kill here? I think A is gonna go down.
But it looks like anti-mage might trade his life. Yes, anti-mage does die. Unfortunately to the Crystal main, but, you know, can't win them all.
That's worth it. Like, you get first blood.
Yeah, and, you know, getting Visage experience and allowing him to dominate the tri-lane even harder than he normally does. So, well played by both sides, you know, immediately catching the anti-mage, got a couple stuns, and it's a little bit unfortunate that Slaughter can death kill. So, Crystal main will get some boots, upgrade the Crow, like she already did.
Yeah. No boots. She doesn't need boots.
Yeah, we see Beastmaster picking up an early bottle, so he's gonna have a really good time in the lane against Winra, who already popped her salve earlier.
She has her own bottle too, though. So, yeah, as I said, it's gonna be pretty even in mid. 10-1 against 12-4.
Yeah.
Let me look at top real quick. It's also even up there too. 10-1 on the Weaver against 14-2 on the Brood. So,
but that, of course, doesn't take into account that Brood can send her spiders into the jungle and farm the neutrals there. So I think Bruma will be able to win this lane. But, you know, Weaver doesn't really have to win the lane. He just has to prevent the push.
Exactly, that's what I was just thinking. Weaver winning the lane is just him being able to farm. He doesn't have to kill the Brood.
Yeah, he just has to make sure, you know, he doesn't lose a tower, because that's what Scourge is relying upon. Early tower. Because, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Anyway, did you go all out for your birthday? Did you drink a lot and did you gamble? No, you didn't.
No, I did none of those things.
A little bit disappointing. It's okay. We'll go to the casino because I am so awesome at blackjack. I might as well be counting cards. But anyway.
AM dies.
Yes, instantly. I caught that on the video camera while I was rambling about nonsensical
okay, that's
matters.
blackjack. You are awful at blackjack.
I am godlike at blackjack, and
you are fucking awful.
You're so jealous. You are so jealous. Anyway, you know, that earned...
This kid, we went to the casino like 3 times this summer. He won, what, a total of $200?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, $5.
Going in with $20 or something, he won a total of $200.
Yes, because I'm the best. So, yeah. If you want blackjack lessons, you can take them from me. Of course, my thought processes usually don't make sense to any other people. That holds true in poker as well, but it works.
Well, if you want Dota lessons or life lessons, you can get them from me. So.
Yes, you know, we all just saw you on Luminous's stream owning it up with Wisp. So it's all good.
What was I 10-0?
No, I think you were 0-10. A little bit of dyslexia
I think you're right. Yeah, I think it was that. I mix up the numbers sometimes.
Anyway, you know, anti-mage is getting some decent farm. 15-5. Let's check out Slaughter. 14-5, but he's picked up the urn, has the boots, and you know those 2 deaths have hampered the anti-mage's farm. No boots, no ring of health. So let's see what his gold count is. I think he just bought a ring of health from the other side shop, and we see that on the Crow being shipped off to him.
I don't see a Crow. There's the Crow. Yep, ring of health.
So yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see what this Beastmaster decides to go. You know, in the Chinese scene, Beastmasters go boots, bottle, gem, but you know that's usually when they're playing against a Weaver. So European Beastmasters, when they're not against invisible heroes, they'll go for maybe a little bit more tanky or go for a fast Blink Dagger. And this Beastmaster is getting actually a decent amount of farm.
Where is Windrunner? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Windrunner is actually winning the lane, as expected. But Beastmaster did a good job. He's pretty high level, and he's controlling the runes relatively well.
Yeah, you know, I recently, past like week or so, I've really gotten into playing Windrunner. She's a lot of fun to play. Like, she's really good.
Yeah, and meanwhile...
I used to be bad at her, I didn't want to shackle.
Cut you off, anti-mage was gone upon, but he blinked out, and
Sorry, sorry.
Visage just did a ridiculous amount of damage, and I don't know what Slaughter is doing, but he's running all the way past. He earns up, and looks like Orange died.